In the skies above the Savage Land's western territory, a shield. Recon mission begins. Inside the craft, agents scan the terrain, mapping, observing, until something strange appears on the radar. One of them points out a distant island. "That's the Forbidden Island," he says. "Elders claim it's sacred, cursed by black magic or worse." Shanna, ever the skeptic, just smirks. "Nope, not superstitious." They move in closer, 300 meters out, when things go south. Sensors detect a bizarre energy surge. The mountain itself is pulsing. "Magnetic shift," one of them shouts. "Compass is dead. Stabilizers failing. Alarms blare. Systems crash. They've lost navigation, controls, even sensors. The aircraft spirals, helplessly caught in something they can't explain. And Shanna? She grips the console and growls, "I told you to buckle in." Shanna grips her seatbelt as the dropship trembles violently. Magravs are failing. "I can't engage the air brakes," she yells. A voice from the cockpit shouts, "Shoots offline." The ship spins out of control in the sky as panic sets in. "Override the damn brakes," the commander orders, struggling with the console. "Mayday, mayday. Eagle's Nest, Eagle's Nest. This is Mobile 2. We're going down." Another agent frantically calls out. Unresponsive. Deploying the chutes. "Open all flaps. Control fall." Someone commands, but it's already too late. From the forest below, birds scatter as a distant explosion erupts beyond the trees. All hands brace for impact. The scene cuts. 8 months later, under a starlit sky, a native guard from a wooden tower points into the distance. "Look," he shouts in Hananaki, his voice echoing through the camp. Warriors and elders gather. "Look, over there." A pillar of light erupts on the horizon near the mountain. The elder looks grave. The dark walker stirs in his sleep again. Another native nods. "See who he's brought this time. Send out the reapers." A horn made from bone sounds across the treetops as pterosaurs soar toward the glow in the distance. Wolverine lies motionless in the grass beneath a starry sky. His eyes open slowly, adjusting to the unfamiliar scent of wild vegetation. "Cripes," he mutters. He sits up, surveying the strange environment around him. "Where am I?" he asks himself. He sniffs the air. Humid. Tropical pollen. Volcanic ash. Polar breeze. His brow furrows. Smells like the Savage Land. Wolverine narrows his eyes at the horizon, tension building. His claws extend, gleaming under the moonlight. Suddenly, from the shadows, a dinosaur lunges, feral and massive. Wolverine braces as the creature tackles him to the ground, jaws snapping. He roars in pain and fury as claws and teeth tear into flesh. The two struggle, predator versus predator, blood splattering across red skies. With primal instinct, Logan strikes, his adamantium claws piercing through the beast's eye, ending the fight. He stands up, blood dripping from his claws. "Yup," he says calmly, "the Savage Land. Mama Logan didn't raise no fool." Wolverine doesn't just sit around waiting for more dinosaurs to show up. He moves like a shadow, slipping into the jungle, taking the high road to get a better view. If he can find a river, he can follow it back to civilization. Pretty soon, something catches his eye on the ground. An old footpath. He crouches low, inspecting it closely. "I'm not alone," he thinks. The footprint is big. Wide toes. From the shape and the spread, he knows exactly what it is. Neanderthals. Nasty customers. Very territorial. The fresh trail leads him through dense foliage, and before long, he spots them. A hunting party. And they're not alone. They've got a captive. Strung up between poles, unconscious, but the patch on his sleeve gives it away. A shield agent. Wolverine mutters under his breath. That changes everything. He leaps into the night sky like a missile, claws out, instincts kicking in. He doesn't hesitate. 1, 2, 3 Neanderthals go down before they even know what hit them. Wolverine admits he misjudged them. "I figured them for dumb savages. Thought they'd scatter at the first sign of trouble." He was wrong. These are seasoned warriors, he realizes, as they hold their ground and fight back. Their movements are disciplined, their strength raw. One of them charges with the fury of a berserker, nearly matching Wolverine's own ferocity. Some are almost as fast as me, he growls, parrying the blow, and just as vicious. The odds aren't in Wolverine's favor. A sharp strike catches him from the right. He grits his teeth and admits it was only a matter of time before they got a lucky hit. But their luck runs out quickly. The pain sends Logan into a berserker rage. He disarms one of the attackers, literally, and then takes the top off another. He gets real nasty. The Neanderthals don't stand a chance. Wolverine becomes a whirlwind of claws and fury, tearing through their ranks. In less than 10 moves, it's over. He rushes to the bound shield, agent, and cuts the ropes, but it's already too late. One look, and Wolverine knows the man's a goner. The agent knows it too. Blood pours from his side. Lacerated liver. Punctured lung. He's drowning in his own blood. Hell of a way to die, Logan mutters. With his final breath, the man introduces himself. Mike McSwiggan, SHIELD. Geological Department. Second Team. Navigator. He raises a trembling hand and points. Tells Logan where to find his ship. Then, just like that, he's gone. Logan gives the man a proper burial. A mound of stones. A blade for a marker. No word spoken. Then he walks into the jungle night, heading for the ship, alone. Wolverine finds the shield. Ship exactly where Agent McSwiggan said it would be. From the structure and the overgrowth, he can tell it's been there a long while. It's also been fortified. Clearly, someone tried to hold their ground. Makes sense. It is the Savage Land, after all. He waits 10 more minutes, making sure the coast is clear before slipping inside. The place is a wreck, footprints, blood splatter, signs of a violent struggle. But no survivors. Wolverine mutters, looks like these SHIELD. Boys were caught off guard by the natives. Notes are scattered everywhere. Scribbles, diagrams, even ancient stone tablets. Hieroglyphs. The agents were trying to decode something. What could be so important that they let their guard down? But suddenly something feels off. An intruder behind him. He's good. Silent as a hand ninja. Wolverine's heightened senses save him from a fatal blow, but just barely. He spins, claws ready. It's not a man. I smelled him when I entered the room. No. Wait. She attacks, fierce and fast. A spear drives into Wolverine's side as he shouts in pain. Shanna. Then a moment of recognition. Her eyes narrow. Wolverine. Shanna throws her arms around Wolverine the moment she sees him. Her voice trembles with relief. Oh my God, Wolverine. I'm so glad to see you. What are you doing here? I never thought I'd say this, but I hope you're here to rescue us. Wolverine gently places a hand on her arm. Easy, darling. Easy. He looks down at the spear embedded in his side. Let me get this pig sticker out of me. Shanna apologizes, realizing her mistake. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you were one of the natives. She turns and says quickly, let me find McSwiggan and let's get the hell out of here. Wolverine gives her a look. Well, about that. Better sit down, darling. The panels shift to narration as Logan explains the events. I tell her about the strange light and waking up in the middle of the field on this island. I tell her about my encounter with the natives. Then his tone shifts, and I tell her about Agent McSwiggan. Shanna's face changes. The news hits hard, but she masks it quickly. She slams her fist on the table. Damn it. As papers fly, Wolverine stands in silence. We were so close. So close. Then he asks, Shanna, what happened here? Shanna crosses her arms, her voice steady. You might as well know our story from the top. It all happened 8 months ago. A flashback begins. I was guiding a team of SHIELD, geological surveyors and scientists. Our mission was to map out the remote western parts of the Savage Land for future exploration. We were surveying the island when our equipment suddenly failed. We crash-landed. In a series of visuals, we see the wrecked SHIELD, ship surrounded by jungle and chaos. We were able to recover some data from the ship's black box about whatever it was that brought us down. Then the scene cuts to the team discussing an unusual anomaly. There's a dampening field around the entire island. I had heard legends about some sort of ancient machine that powered this place, but I thought it was just a children's story. But we decided to investigate. Before we could mount an expedition, We were attacked by the tribesmen who inhabit this island. Agent Nolan was the first to die. Images of the brutal attack flash across the panel. One of the agents now lies dead, arrows in his back. We fortified our position and try to find some other way through the dampening field and call home. But to no avail. Her voice drops. The first few weeks were the hardest. It seemed everywhere we turned, something tried to kill us. The natives, the dinos, the weather. Shanna pauses. The elders were right. This island is cursed. After their failed escape by raft, the crew was desperate. Shanna narrates how they tried to build a raft after a week of non-stop attacks, but the ocean had other plans. The island wasn't just dangerous inland. Its coast were guarded by vicious mare people who seemed hell-bent on keeping everyone trapped. They fought their way into open water, losing men in the process, but what waited beyond the island was worse. A massive sea creature shattered their raft and swallowed their hopes whole. We were prisoners on this island, Shanna says grimly. But not everyone gave up. Shanna explains how Agent McSwiggan, the most stubborn of them all, never stopped trying. He believed the legends, that a mysterious machine created the dampening field cutting off their communications. If they could find and destroy it, they could call for help. The hard part was finding its location. While Shanna studied the island's artifacts and ancient markings, McSwiggan quietly built a bomb. Nothing high-tech, just enough to get the job done. Then they found it. A map, carved into stone, pointing to the heart of the mountain. Our misery was nearly at an end, she says. We were going to get off this cursed island. But hope quickly turned to regret. Shanna lowers her head, voice heavy with guilt. I was out gathering supplies. Should have never left him alone. Never left McSwiggan unguarded. Her words grow softer, self-directed. Stupid. Stupid. Wolverine stands quietly by the broken window, watching the moonlight pour in through the shattered glass. His voice is low, steady. You had to do what you had to. Don't blame yourself, kid. Shanna leans against the console, arms crossed, regret in her voice. Rules of the jungle. Yeah, something like that. Wolverine asks, tell me more about the bomb. Is that it? She holds up a small device. Yeah, it's inert. It can only be set off with a detonator. Gimme. How does it work? She explains, the explosive is encased in the body. Just stick the bomb on the wall and push the two buttons, top and side, to detonate. It has a 20-second fuse. Wolverine pulls a small item from his belt. Hand me the radio. She blinks. Well, what do you know? You guys to use those pouches. I thought they were for show. Where do you think I key my house keys? So what's the plan? Shanna asks. Wolverine turns toward the moonlit sky. Same as yours. Find the machine. Blow it up. Call home. And get off this lousy island. Suddenly, the glass shatters violently. Winged creatures burst through, shrieking. Shanna draws her blades, shouting, Reapers! Attack! She pushes Wolverine behind her. Get behind me. I got this. He ducks instinctively as claws swipe past him. Shanna glares at one of the Reapers approaching from behind. I see you sneaking up behind me, you bastard. She raises her blade. Come on. I got a nice little surprise for you. Glass rains around them. Wolverine takes a hit, groaning through clenched teeth. Shanna bolts across the lab as the Reapers dive. Shanna. Wolverine yells, blood running down his face. Just when Wolverine and Shanna thought they'd caught a breath, the sky turned against them. A flying beast swoops in from the shattered window, clutching both of them and yanking them into the air. Shanna screams, Wah! Crashing into the jungle, she rolls to her feet and glares at Logan. You idiot! What have you done? I was saving your life, lady. Logan grunts, still shaking off the fall. Saving? I had the whole situation under control. Shanna affirms. Under control, my ass. You were about to be blindsided by the second one, he snaps back. I saw him. He was on the hook, and I was reeling him in, she insists. But their argument comes to a halt as another creature grabs Wolverine mid-sentence and lifts him off the ground again. Shanna shouts. Now we lost our tactical advantage by fighting them out in the open instead of an enclosed space. Wolverine cries out. She watches helplessly as the beast flies off with him. Wolverine, Suspended in the air by razor-sharp claws, Logan keeps calm, even in pain. These ugly mothers. Shanna's jungle-bred. Tough as nails, he thinks. But she can't handle those three beasts by herself. With a quick strike, Logan drives his claws into the creature's neck. It lets go. He's falling. Fast. He looks down at the forest below. I need to get down there and help her out. Plummeting toward the canopy, claws out, his only thought. Cripes. This is gonna hurt. To be continued. And that's the story, folks. Please, leave your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. See you next time.